tell me how we gonna shape this vision. Complaining all day, but in the same condition.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This is a rivalry game that always gets the blood pumping, both on the field and in the stands. One of the great division battles in the NFC. They've met once already this season. We'll see what kind of fireworks are in store for us here in Game 2. It's the Cardinals going up against the 49ers.
Larry, we are down the peninsula from San Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got tight right, tight right. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go.
Again, it's Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Leopard, here we go. All right, now, look at 56. Detroit. Set.
Beathard. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
No. Check it out now. Gun.
Jim.
Shift. Watch the shift.
He'll drop to throw. And able to find Green. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Over
Here we go now.
Gun. They'll look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
4 down.
No. Check. All right, here we go. Detroit.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Watch it now, Barney.
Got 4 down.
Leopard. Gun. Back 319.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Check.
Set. Leopard.
Check 24.
Detroit. Over. All right, here we go. 319.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hurry up. Here we go.
Garcon, the man in motion.
Blue 90. Motion. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
To throw is Beathard. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
In the red zone this time.
Two times. Set. Green 39. Over. No. Check. Patriots. Check 31.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Set. Green 39. No. Check. Patriots. Let's go. Philly.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90. All right, now look at 56.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Watch you now, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. Now Williams running left. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2nd and 5.
Man left, man left. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, Leopard.
Back to throw Beathard. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. Over.
They'll throw here. Beathard. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Detroit! Now let's go! Over! Hurry up, here we go!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Tight end to the right. Detroit! Now let's go! No. Check. Patriot!
They're going to look to throw. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey. We got 4.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Tight end left. Set! Blue, landing! Over! Gun!
They'll set up to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
We got left. Set! We got 4.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landing. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. Let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Rush in.
Looking to throw. And caught. Right side. Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Outside coming. We got three. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got three. Let's go. Two times. Here we go now. Back there, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's where you belong. Safe. Here we go now. Green. Gun.
They'll run it with Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Over. Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. We got four down. Over. Check 25. No. Check. Watch you now, Barney.
They'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And it's up and good. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Check. Patriot.
Here's Beathard to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Hey, boys, we got four down. Gun! Check 49.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Single. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch the screen. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Navarro Bowman in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Now, check. Patriot. Blue 90.
In motion goes the tight end.
Check.
They run it again with Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Okay, bring up deep.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
3-19. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
4 down.
Now Beathard. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
All right, now, lucky 56. 10. All right, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
I see 47.
In motion, the tight end.
Blue 90.
Here's Beathard to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
In motion goes the tight end. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. All right, now, look, 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. 3-19. No. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back here right after this.
Check. Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Over. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd down and just 1.
Strong right. Here we go now. Blue 90.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Leopard.
To throw is Beathard. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. Check 13. Sponge. Detroit. No.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch tight end. Back Leopard. Hurry up. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. And it's 17-7. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Double tight, double tight. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit, Detroit. Leopard, Leopard. 37, check 37.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Set, 3:19.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
They go to Johnson again. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go. 3, Leopard. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue, Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. All right, here we go.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down, 9 yards to go.
2 times. All right, here we go. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check 40.
Beathard. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Detroit!
Watch twist.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Watch tight.
Left Detroit! Back 99. Here we go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Set. 3-19.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
No.
7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Here comes the D swarming to the line.
45, key in.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Yo trip is here, baby. Yo trip is here.
Detroit!
We got three.
All right, now, watch that, Barney. Green, 39.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
No. Check. Patriot. Over. Gun.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Dawson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's
Hurry up,
right.
here we go.
To throw is Beathard.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
In motion right, Garcon.
Motion. Bump.
No. Check. Patriot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down 49ers. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Strong right.
Now back to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled,
and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
No. Check. Patriots. Here we go now. Watch you now, Barney.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 31 yards there and a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit. Watch you now, Barney.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll look to throw here. Underneath for Johnson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Shift together here from the D-line.
Stop right there. Here we go now. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. No.
Check. To Johnson again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Single. I got a single on the slot. Here we go now. No. Check, Patriots.
They'll throw here. Beathard. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw Beathard. And able to find Garcon. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
Check three. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 47-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 99 Philly. Here we go. Take 4.
And they'll run it here. And now running right through him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down. Hey.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
Double tight. Hey. Ready. 4 down.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Arizona, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.